From Studio 3 at Buzz TV, it's The Horse's Mouth with Tom McManus.
All right, time for Game Face with Coach Campo, brought to you by Foodies Care here on The Horse's Mouth, at Tommy Max, of course, at my bar, where everybody's welcome. Friends, new friends, old friends, just anybody that wants to come here and tell their story. Major Harding is here, of course, from Clyde Focus Media, and our good friend, Ryan. I don't even know his real name, to be honest with you. I'm kidding. That's Ryan the Hacker Green from 1010XL, of course, Hacker After Dark. What's happening, my man?
Tommy, how are you,
Welcome
buddy?
to the show.
Good to see you.
Hey,
Major,
Tommy.
good to see you.
You too.
Coach,
Tommy.
good to see you. You see this guy all the time, huh?
Yeah, well, I saw him more when he was on the primetime show, but we talk once a week.
Absolutely.
So, and in training camp, we're all over it.
Hack, you've come a long way in the radio world, man. Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. It'll be 23 years for me in August.
I know, no doubt. You got a great show. I'm sometimes on it. Love Hack will text me, hey, Tommy, can you maybe come on? I'm like, hell yeah, I'll come on and talk a little ball. What's the best part of what you do, man, with people out there thinking about a radio career?
Well, I mean, it's like doing this with you right now. I got your autograph in 1996. I chased you down in the parking lot at training camp, right? I was 12 years old, and now here I am, 41 years old. I have my own son, and I get to sit in your bar and
That's
talk
right.
to you and talk to a guy that coached the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
You know, Baselli being the EVP of football operations, same thing. I would chase him around to get his autograph, and it's come full circle and then some.
It has. And look, we did a show way back when,
Oh, yeah.
right? We were part of the Rumble.
Love
me
the
and Hack.
Rumble.
Yeah, that was a good one. Jason Godby, me and you.
Yeah.
That was good times. That was really, really good times. All right, the news today is Mitch Morse, the center for the Jags, has announced his retirement. So we better add the position of center to a need now for the 2025 Jags and beyond.
Yeah, it looks like center's a need. Right guard, Brandon Sheriff, is going to hit free agency next week. So you're talking 40% of your starting offensive line probably will be different. And now they got $49-50 million of salary cap room. They released Christian Kirk, which saves about $10 million.
Yeah, I kind of saw that one coming.
Yeah.
It's hard when you're hurt. I love Kirk,
Yeah.
but he's not healthy enough, and you got to be out there. You
I
can't
think
miss
the
that many
interesting
games.
aspect of that, and you and Coach can certainly speak to this, Christian Kirk was like Trevor Lawrence's best friend on the team.
Yeah.
James Gladstone's been there 13 days, right?
Yeah.
William Cohen's been there less than 2 months. Did they go to Trevor and say, hey, this is what we're going to do with Christian?
I
wonder how that worked.
I think it really shows where they're coming from. They're invested in this, and they're going to make the decisions, and the quarterback's not going to be a factor.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to be told, hey, it's you now. Go do it. We're going to put people around you. Go do it.
Yeah.
And I think that's where
Well,
we're at.
I think business-wise, you look at Kirk, right? He's missed how many games?
14
2
games, I heard
years,
this morning,
right? That's
14.
out of 2 years.
Yeah.
He's great when he's in there, but he only caught, I think, 27 passes last year, one touchdown.
One touchdown. He had
Broke the
three
cap
last
Cap is
year.
huge. He's been hurt twice. It's a business decision.
Yeah,
you got to make the
absolutely.
move. You hate
when
it
you-
because you like the guy, but
Yeah.
you know.
Well, when you make a move, you make the move for business because it's not based on whether or not he's still a good football player or not.
Right.
Are they getting the $24 million that they paid for him? That's
Correct.
what you have to.
Yep.
And of course, with the big contract that Trevor got,
Yep.
that's the thing that's going to be out there, and that's why it's all him
That's
this
what's
year.
driving the
you know?
bus.
Yeah. Listen, who do we have out there? We got for at least the interior O-line. You got Mekhi Becton. You got Dahlman. You know, I don't
Will
think
Freeze from
Will
Indianapolis.
Freeze from he'd be good. You know, but other teams need those too.
Sure.
You know, I don't think the market's that huge for centers and guards, is it? For free agency.
Ryan looks at it probably more than I do. I mean, I look at it some, but I will say this: the next center after Dahlman, and I think they should go free agent. I think they should go all in on that guy.
Yeah,
on
Dahlman. Yeah.
The
try
next
to get
guy
him.
is Kelly from the Colts.
Yeah.
He's 35 years old. You'll get
Wow.
Mitch Morris again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
You know, so obviously you've looked at these guys a lot.
I think at number 5 in the draft, everybody was talking about Mason Graham, the defensive lineman from Michigan, McMillan, the wide receiver from
Right,
Arizona.
yep.
And he's still in play because
Sure.
you released Kirk. But I think now, without Mitch Morris and with Brandon Sheriff likely gone, I think offensive line is very much in play at number 5.
Listen, I think Parker can hold the fort down in Kirk's position. I do. I think he's not maybe exactly as quick, exactly as fast, but he's a little bit bigger. He came on year 1 to year 2. I thought Parker Washington really improved. If he makes another jump, you know, he could fill that
I
void.
heard Gus Loeb today was on the Jaguars today.
Yeah.
And he follows this stuff pretty good. And his point was, and I don't know the answer to this because I haven't looked at Tampa Bay that much.
Yep.
But he said the slot position for Tampa Bay is almost more like Ingram than it is Washington. In other words, it's chips. It's it's Puka Nacua.
Flexed out, tight end
it's
flexed
Puka
out.
Nacua and those kind of guys, the bigger linemen that get involved in the running game and some of that kind of stuff. Whereas Kirk and Washington are more of the spread.
Yeah.
Get open, the Welker, Wes Welker type of guy.
Yeah, true slot.
I don't know
slot.
the answer. That's going to be interesting to me to see what they do there.
Well, you got to be able to block, and I don't think Kirk was much of a blocker.
Well, my thing is too, Tommy, is that if you don't do, they're going to do something, right? But I think there has to be more than a mid-round draft pick. If September comes around and it's Gabe Davis, which is concerning, Brian Thomas Jr. and Parker Washington, that's a problem.
No doubt.
So you need to do more than a mid-round pick. You got to do something in free agency.
Yeah, definitely got to add to the wide receiver room. There's no question about that. You definitely got to fix the offensive line. Now, how about defensive line? Let's throw this out there. Mason Graham, it was a little disappointing. I'm sorry. I thought he was going to be bigger. And if he's bigger, then you're like, wow, this is worth number 5. You know what I mean? And I know the Braden Fisk comparison, and you're like, well, if you redrafted him, would you take him that high? I don't know if you take him that high, but look, I love Braden Fisk too. Yeah. But I wanted a 325-pound Braden Fisk. Right. That's a difference maker that you can take at number 5. When he weighed in light and looked kind of light, I don't know, man. And they say he has trouble with double teams. What do you think teams are going to do to him? They're going to double team his ass every chance they get.
I think what you're getting with Mason Graham is an athlete. He's a pressure type of an offensive lineman. He's a 3 technique that's going to try to cross the line of scrimmage and that type of thing. I think you can get away with that. We did it for a number of years in the 4-3. But you can get away with a guy like that. But you got to have a guy next to him.
Right.
That's a beast.
Exactly. We need a 1 technique more than a 3, in my opinion. Not a nose type tackle.
I hear a lot of draft lingo this time of year. I have a lot of draft guys on my show.
Yeah.
I hear the term violent hands with Mason Graham.
Yeah.
Those violent hands since Jeff Simmons of Tennessee. So,
but the double team, what you're talking about, that is a little bit of an issue. There's no question.
Yeah, well, it's hard. You got 650 pounds trying to move you out of the way.
Yeah.
You know where the weakest part is, though, don't you, Coach? Where's the weakest part? Where they come together. That's why you got to split it.
That's right.
See, 101, taking on double teams.
Look at that.
No doubt about it. All right, how you feeling about the Jags organization overall? Hack, a lot of changes?
Oh, my gosh.
How you feeling?
You have to go back to Coughlin, and I make this point a lot. Coughlin was the last guy under the age of 50 that was an offensive mind, if you will, that was the head coach here. I mean, think about it. Gus Bradley and Del Rio were young guys, were defensive guys.
You're right.
And then Marone and Urban. And, and you go on to Doug Peterson and Malarkey were all over the age of 50. So you have to go back to Tom Coughlin before you found a young, innovative mind on offense. Then
That's
you bring in a 29-year-old, a 29-year-old Grant Udinski at coordinator. 34-year-old James Gladstone is the GM. They're doing exactly what I wanted them to do for years, so I'm over the moon right now. I can't complain about anything because I've wanted this for a long time.
You mean just youth kind of an innovation and
a
energy?
A reset with an offensive mindset. We haven't had we had a reset in 2013, but it was with Gus Bradley and Dave Caldwell. That obviously didn't work. It's a reset with an offensive mindset, which is something I've wanted for a while. Making moves already, Coach.
You
gotta
that's
feel good
interesting.
about that.
I mean, I never thought of it that way. Listen, it's a young man's game. You can say whatever you want. And there are some young guys, there are some old guys that can relate to players. I'm not saying that there aren't guys out there that can do that. But this is a young man's game. And I think that the relationships with the players to gain the trust is important.
Without
in
a
my
doubt.
opinion. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. There's going to be a lot of energy. I can tell you that for sure.
A lot of intangible riches, I think, too.
Exactly.
Something like that going on.
Yeah,
absolutely. Hack, tell us about Awaken 180, man. If you haven't followed Hack or the past year or so, what a transformation. You look fantastic. You dropped a ton of weight. I know it's made your life that much better. Tell us.
Absolutely incredible. So February of 2024, I weighed in at 317 pounds.
Oh, my gosh.
And I could not believe I had gotten to that point. You should see my driver's license. My face, I look like a different person. And I heard about Awaken 180 on on 1010XL. Matt Hayes and Mike Dempsey had been on it, had some success, so they came to me and said, hey, would you be willing to try this?
Yeah.
Well, of course. But I didn't realize I was 317. I thought, I'm 275, 280. So I get on the scale, and that was life-altering. My first 7 days on Awaken 180, I went from 317 to 298.
Wow.
19 pounds in 7 days. And I dove head first. I did everything they told me to do.
Yeah.
I had a weekly meeting with my coach. They tell you, eat this, don't eat that. It's idiot proof. If you just listen to what they say. Yeah. And in 10 months, I lost 107 pounds.
That's incredible, Hacker.
Unbelievable.
That is great.
Yeah.
You have to have discipline, though, under that program.
A lot of mental.
Yeah, it's not just, hey, you got to really work it and be disciplined.
Yeah, but you can drink a lot of water, eat a lot of, they want 4 cups of vegetables a day, 6 ounces of meat, and then they send you their products, a lot of shakes, a lot of soups.
Yeah.
You eat basically every 2.5 to 3 hours.
Yep.
But I could say anything about it. Look at a picture of me in February of 2024 and look at me today.
Yeah, it's great.
That's the biggest endorsement Awaken 180 needs.
You must feel incredibly better.
I got a 5-year-old Tommy. I get to play with him. We do tag, hide and seek. I was lethargic, back in 2024.
Listen, this is a big Disney guy.
No, I know.
He rides them. Hey, listen, it's not just the kid riding them. Forrest isn't the only one on it. He's on it.
No doubt.
I have a reason to go to Disney now as often as I do.
That's right.
Yeah,
Well,
but it's been very, very life-changing.
Well, good, man. Well, great to have you on. Hacker After Dark. I know you got different times throughout the week. But
8 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
Oh, it is every Monday through Friday.
8 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
I thought you had a little...
There was...
Unless Baloo goes on vacation.
Unless Baloo goes on vacation, yeah. No, there was a Tuesday night for a while, but no, every night now, Monday to Friday, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock after Baloo on 1010XL.
Hacker After Dark. Great job, my man. Fellas, thanks so much for being here.
Tom.
Really appreciate it, man. Always a pleasure, man. Always a good time when my friends show up at my bar. But you don't have to be my friend to show up at my bar because everybody is welcome out there. Make sure you check out this conversation and thousands of others. Go to the dailynewsnetwork.com website. Till next time, y'all stay safe out there and be cool. And listen to Hacker After Dark, 8 to 10 on 1010XL PM, that is. We'll see you right here on The Horse's Mouth.
Foodies Care is a nonprofit organization here started in Jacksonville, Florida. Our mission is to support other nonprofits realize and carry out their missions. We're trying to simplify that process to have a local body that's here on the ground that says, listen, we're going to work with you, we're going to partner with you, we're going to give you the resources that you need to be able to do the work that is needed in this community.